Women feel reminds men that they are human beings and they have the right to experience and express all of their emotions.
I don't know anything about anything when it comes to love. Trauma really impacts the way that you show up in a relationship.
Is it possible to become an adult in the modern world and not experience trauma at some point?
As a therapist, doing relational work without understanding trauma and attachment doesn't make sense. Pain and helplessness. That intersection right there is often where I'm like, if you've ever experienced that, on some level, we could call that a traumatic event.
Right.
The fundamental piece of what makes a relationship is that these people trust each other, right? The person that you are when you're 20 or 30 and you meet your partner is not going to be the same person that you are when you're 50 or 60. And that's a good thing. How can we nurture that wild self in a relationship? One thing I learned about men, which obviously, tell me if you agree or not, but, I always noticed that they wanted some idea of structure. They wanted insight. They wanted to be able to feel empowered in the process. Relationships have changed in a very, very short period of time. For a long time, generations, being in a relationship was kind of fundamental to survival. Marriage has started to be an option, not an obligation. Now they're not just a fist and a wallet, and a penis. It's like men also then being able to inhabit their entire humanity and knowing that they are wanted in relationships, not just needed because they're useful, because they have performance value.
Procreating and raising miserable children, especially more miserable boys that become miserable men, that does not help the planet at all.
Absolutely. Being a strong man who could fight off the wolves was super useful. But now, what is actually the threat to your family's safety? Maybe it's porn addiction. Maybe it's an emotional affair. Maybe it's work or alcohol taking you away from being present and connected.
You got to be a protector in all aspects of your humanity.
People are wired for connection. We crave connection. We want to be seen. We want to be known. So the new paradigm is, how do we work together as equally strong individuals, right? That strong men are out there and so are strong women, and they are not a threat to each other. If anything, when they partner up, when they find each other, they are power couples, right? And they build power families that have strong legacies that then build, create environments for healthy children.
Even the most extreme male basher, I don't hear anyone saying the world needs more weak men.
No.
Like that. I've not heard that rallying cry from anybody.
Why would I put myself out there just to get beat up and rejected and laughed at? It makes no sense.
This provides the motivated modern man with applicable tools and skills to step up their relational game. I don't care how many books you read. I don't care how many people you talk to. If it doesn't translate into the physical daily activities of you, nothing in your life will change. Go to the places that you feel drawn to as a healthy, personal growth inspired woman or man, and just look who's there.
And it's kind of like a middle school dance where they're like, who's gonna make the first move, right?
Being victimized really destroys all 6 of those pillars that you talked about, like everything.
Feeling like we have an impact in the world is one of the foundational aspects of what makes us feel good as humans, right? I think the rates with women is like 1 in 4, which is still underreported. And then for men, it's even less reported because of the stigma, because of the fear of what that says. Again, as a man, you're supposed to be this in control, competent, blah, blah, blah. Yeah. And the, fears of what it, if it was a man or a woman or a family member or somebody, so a lot of shame around that. I hope, again, the paradigm shift, that one day it'll feel safe enough in the world for men to tell their stories and be honest about, what they've experienced, because also, like Brene Brown says, shame can't stand the light, right? And shedding light on some of these stories is such a good way to normalize